which team do you see pushing all their chips in next year and bringing in a big time talent?
Yeah, I know James, Fred, Ward. They had this team at number one, but it's obvious for me. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, they're the team with literally a first team All NBA performer and an All Star who I think he's 25. Like he'll be 25 this summer. I mean, Sam Presti loves winning these trades, but he don't really be about that chip. So now you got a guy who he finally plays in April games for the Thunder for the
Yeah.
first time in 4 years, right? And I mean, look, I cover the Clippers. I can't tell y'all how many people in shambles over that trade now,
Yeah.
just because Shea is good and the Clippers have won like one playoff game in the last 2 years. Like the Thunder aren't even like a playoff team yet. Maybe Chet Holmgren comes back as a 7-foot rookie out of Gonzaga with a year off and makes a splash. Maybe that happens, but the Thunder need to get serious while they got a guy ready to be great right now. And you need to push the chips in. And even if it's for a guy in Jaylen Brown who can't dribble with his left, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little easier if he's playing with Shea and Josh Giddey, right? So the Thunder, this is their time. The West is open enough, and Sam Preston needs to be serious instead of sitting on all these lottery picks like he likes to do.
Jay, who do you think is pushing the chips in?
I don't know if it will be the Thunder just because they have time to be more patient. They have a super young roster. They haven't even seen Chet Holmgren yet. In some ways, they don't even really know what they have or what they need. So I think New Orleans is obvious to me as a team that is kind of stalled out, as a good but far from great team. I would be desperate to add something to that group because Brandon Ingram touched a level at the end of this season where he was incredible. He played at an all NBA level late in this season. Zion Williamson, who knows what you're going to get from him? He's the biggest X factor in all of this because if he plays, he's absolutely unstoppable at the rim. But they have so many draft picks. They have contracts they can use to go after guys. They have good young talent in Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniels, some other guys that could be part of a bigger trade. I just think they're so poised for it. I thought they should have gone super hard after Kevin Durant, and who knows, maybe they did. The Nets offered up a lot, but they are ready for a trade, and they are in a spot where they need to do something. They can't just stay mediocre forever.
The tough thing about New Orleans, besides Zion needing to go into witness protection the rest of this summer,
He
probably.
needs help. He just a different help.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild summer for that dude. But like, you got two guys who can't stay on the floor really. Like everyone talks about Zion and his struggle there, but this dude Brandon Ingram misses a grip of time every single season.
Does, yeah.
Going back to his last year with the Lakers, like he played 45 games this year. He played 55 the year before that. That's what's challenging. I mean, we you don't know what you have in Zion because that dude can't stay on the floor. But like your second guy is inconsistent with his durability as well. And so the question is, does Brandon Ingram, is he part of the improvement? Or is he a guy who you're just like, all right, maybe this is the first time in 5 years he'll stay on the floor for something? That's as frustrating as anything related to Zion. And I think that's getting a pass right now.
Yeah, because I think with New Orleans, when everything's healthy, we like what we see, right? Like Zion is an all-time scoring talent. Ingram is unbelievable.
They were
Tons
number
of
one in
good
the
role
West in
players.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like
a while they were.
if healthy, that team is incredible. But I mean, Law, only so many times you can go, well, if healthy, this team dot dot dot. Like it's just that shit gets old. And it's kind of getting old now with New Orleans, especially with the Zion part of the conversation.
Yeah, it got old in a year.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, everyone was excited about New Orleans.
As he
Like,
should be, right? Like that's a
yeah,
shitload of talent. That's a great roster Griff put together.
yeah. Like Zion went from the Bradley Beal honorary "Get This Man Out of Town" award to a dude happy as hell to sign an extension after not playing for a whole year. Like the vibes were immaculate, and then January happened. The dude
Mhm.
hurt his hamstring and never came back, and now things are a whole lot different. Now you're bringing James Varigo on your coaching staff just so that you can feel better about what you're going to do differently next season.
And no
All right.
matter what they do, as long as they keep Zion, the biggest thing is just getting him to treat everything professionally. Like, stay in shape. Do whatever you can to prevent these injuries. It's obvious he's not putting in enough work because of the way the weight fluctuates, because of how much time a lot of the stuff has lingered, and some of that obviously is just bad injury luck, and his body and the torque he puts on his body is just really difficult. But it's pretty clear he hasn't been the most professional player in the league since he got it in there.
All right. Let's.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, like, you don't have any of these discussions with Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is just a bunch of, anonymous dudes. We're semi-anonymous dudes now because they actually played in the play-in. So ESPN got to be like, hey, look, these guys play
Hey, look,
pretty
the
well
Thunder have a
here,
team. Yeah.
like you ain't got to worry about these dudes. These dudes are in shape for the most part, durable. They play well. They have a little bit more ceiling to reach. You're not worrying about the extra stuff in OKC like you are in New Orleans.